Hello and welcome. I ditched work today and I decided to go thrifting instead. I am at a totally different Goodwill. I've never been here before. I don't know what it's like inside. I don't know if we'll find good treasures to purchase and resell, even research, my favorite thing. So you never know. So join me as we skip work for the rest of the afternoon, go inside and see if we can find anything to thrift. This Goodwill was huge. I went to some of the racks where they were putting stuff out first. This had an assortment of things. These were just some little bone china cups, saucers. A lot of it was more modern, like this piece right here. But then my eye caught these two figurines in the back. Very well made. They looked really nice. They were $7.99 each, but there was a pair. A woman and her man. So I thought, you know what? I may as well pick them up. Great look to them, definitely vintage, in perfect shape. Why not? I then saw this neat piece, not that. This piece. It is Coney Island. It looks like it's handmade. Just seemed really interesting to me. $7.99, a little bit pricey, but I thought, why not? Curlers. Curling iron, toothbrush, sandals. Lots of stuff. You can just see how full it is. These are cute. $3.99. Are they insane? $7.99. Ladies Motel. Where's this at? How much? $1.99. Route number 1. Maine. I'm gonna have to look that up. A shelf full of tchotchkes. My eyes were drawn first to this football statue. It is from Rutgers. I looked it over and I thought, I wasn't sure, so I put it back. This shelf has all sorts of things on it. Again, $7.99. A lot of the knickknacks, salt and pepper shakers. I noticed very quickly that this Goodwill was priced high, much higher than my local Goodwill. And it's because some of the items were a lot nicer. These figures were neat, but they're most likely just more common, more new. Globe. A lot of interesting decor items on this rack here. Huntsman pewter. Scene. Hunting scene. Looks like it's a candle holder. $6.99. $6.99. $3.99. Scotland. $1.99. This store had a lot of mugs. This one was pretty neat. It's Dracula with the castle on the back and Romania on the inside. It was $1.99. I would definitely like to go back and look at more of the mugs in themselves. Some of the prices were all over, $1.99, $4.99, $6.99, but they definitely had a lot of interesting ones. This is Aladdin Disney. It was in kind of rough shape. The outside was a little bit scratched, so I did not pick that up. Again, lots and lots of mugs. For those that do sell mugs, Starbucks mugs always do really well. Disney mugs, here's a Stitch mug. That was a rather large one. My eye spotted that. I thought maybe it was a vintage Dunkin' Donuts coffee mug, but it wasn't. But we do have a donut here. I think that was priced pretty high. Disclaimer, I did not ditch work for the day, the rest of the day. I just ditched it for my lunch break. I get an hour lunch, and that Goodwill was probably about maybe 10 minutes away. An hour lunch is not enough time to look through that Goodwill, but I'm definitely going to make that store probably a stop for me at least once a week because it was a really good store. Now, the area that Goodwill is in a more affluent area. There are more homes that have more money, more wealthy people. So that is why the prices were higher in the store. And it wasn't that the prices weren't reasonable, it's that there were a lot more higher end items versus some of the stuff that I see at my local Goodwills where the area might not be as wealthy. But really nice people at the store, really friendly cashier who, gave me this info, basically told me, they put out stuff every day during the whole entire day. He said, they're not just going to put stuff out in the morning and that's it. They put stuff out pretty much until they close, and that's what they were doing when I was there. So enough chit-chatting. What did I spend? I spent a total of, I rounded up my purchase. They give cents. It's called good cents. You can round up your monies so that the difference is sent to one of the local charities that they fund. So in total, I spent $34, which to me was not too bad considering that I will make my money back off of one piece, hopefully, and that is this guy. Now, when I go to Goodwills, thrift stores, Salvation Armies, I like to look for vintage. If you are new to this channel, you will soon realize that I love vintage. I can't tell you what clothing brands to look up that sell on Poshmark. I can't tell you what are great glassware names. I can't tell you that because I don't know those things. But I do know vintage. I do know quirky, weird, things that draw my eye and that I think other people would enjoy. So we have this. Let me hold it up, see if you can see. Get a good view. It is Rutgers, birthplace of college football, November 6th, 1989. It's a little sticker on this small statue. It's ceramic. It was marked $2.99, and I got it for 40% off. Now, I like the look of it. It's the old-time football player. I put it back initially, and then my brain started thinking. I went back. I picked it up. Then when I took a gander later on eBay, there was one that sold within the past couple months, I think between the $40 and $50 range. There aren't currently any listed on eBay now. However, the key phrase that I put in might not be what it's listed under, so I will have to do some research. But this item, if and when I sell it, if I have a buyer, this will have paid for everything. So when you are out thrifting, when you're out at the flea markets, estate sales, if you can find one item that you will make all your money back on that one item, you need to be doing that because essentially everything else is free and it's all profit. So this is a really nice piece in good condition, no breakages and no chips. So this one was a winner. I also picked up this ashtray. This was $1.99, 40% off for green. I'm assuming it goes by the date because their tags have dates on them. So this was from December 29th. This Goodwill is nice because they don't put black magic markers on things. But anyway, this is a Moody's Motel, route number 1, Walboro, Maine ashtray. During the 40s, 50s, 60s, even 70s, matchbooks were handed out pretty much everywhere. You went to a hotel on a vacation, you got a matchbook. You went to a bar, a restaurant, you got a matchbook. Restaurants, bars, motels also sold ashtrays as souvenirs. And though smoking isn't, hotels aren't giving out ashtrays anymore as souvenirs, people still collect ashtrays. And the reason why they often do, many people aren't smokers and they're not using them, is they get them for the old advertising because it's local history. People want that, piece of history back. Maybe someone used to stay at this. They had a dinner dining room open 24 hours a day with good food. Maybe they got engaged there. Maybe they ran away there with their boyfriend. I have no idea. But people will buy based on nostalgia. And so that's why I purchased this. Now, when I looked up Moody's Motel online, there was a postcard, but there were no ashtrays. So $1.99, 40% off. Am I really going to lose money on this? Not really. So I always like to find vintage finds, and this was a really good one. I did pick up the Dracula mug. It's not old. It was $1.99. Some of their mugs were rather expensive. It's bone china. It has Dracula on the front, you can see, and then the castle on the back, and it says Romania on the inside. I'm assuming that the person that purchased this perhaps visited Romania and they bought it there. And this would reach a whole bunch of different kind of people that like Dracula. There's actually a new Dracula series on Netflix. If any of you have watched it, let me know what you think about it and if it's worth watching. People that like Dracula, people that would buy this for Halloween. If I look and I'm like, oh, I can get $5 for this, then I'm just going to keep it and put it out with my Halloween items. Or this will be my Halloween mug that I drink my tea from during the month of October. So they had a lot of mugs there. If I would have had more time, I would have liked to have looked, because you never know what you're going to find. If there's any vintage mugs from hotels, places, that aren't in existence anymore, those would be good to pick up as well. What else? We'll go with this thing. I did buy this. What did he end up charging me? I think I paid like $1.50 for it. So this is a sad rendition of Mickey Mouse. The sad thing is, if I could fit this, I would wear it. It is a vintage, of course. It's probably from maybe the 70s or 80s. 80s. It's Rinku Oswald. No idea. But it is a child size 32, hand wash, soft iron, dry in the shade. Oh yeah, because this was 40% off, because it has this little green thing. Their clothes were somewhat expensive. I think men's t-shirts were either $5.99 or $6.99. I didn't even venture to look at the women's. They had whole walls full of shoes, purses. So I'm sure that a lot of resellers probably go there. But anyway, back to this great Mickey jacket. I think someone would want this because it might be young parents that either love Disney or they just love funky clothing, maybe hipsterish, and they want their child to have something that no one else will have. And I don't know about you, but I don't know the last time I've seen someone walking around in a knockoff Mickey jacket. I really wish this was my size. So we shall see how this does. It could sit, and if it does, that's fine. I just thought it'd be neat to try and sell it. I also picked up these. They are Radnor bone china from England. We have some Scottish couple. They are very, very nice. No chips, no breakages. I was worried that perhaps, there would be chip on the hat, the base, but they're not. And it's a pair. Now, I did pay a little bit more for these. They were $7.99 each. So we shall see, but as a set, I think they would definitely be worth more. They have such a nice look to them. And I think they have a great look, a good vintage feel to them, in really nice condition. And these will look great for your decor on your wall, on a nice deep windowsill, or to add to your collection. So these were a nice find. And another interesting find, I purchased this. It is Coney Island, the Cyclone roller coaster. It is ceramic, and it's signed on the back, Fiona Sargent, I think. It said Block 3, 2010. So this was made by someone. It has, is it a trivet? Is it just some type of decor? I'm not sure, but, Coney Island, classic. Everyone loves it. Astroland, the Cyclone. So I think that this would have a wide variety of people that would purchase it. And it's different. It's handmade. It wasn't mass produced. So we'll see. It was $7.99. Again, a little bit more than I usually pay, but why not take a chance? And I was really excited at the store to find these items. And I thought that this was interesting. It has a neat look to it. And I like when items are like that because, as I said, I think if I think it's neat, I think someone else will also think it's neat. And all I have to do is sell that football player and everything else will be profit, which is always good. And I can take that money, turn it around to buy other vintage items, maybe some ephemera and paper, which I really love. But I'm definitely adding that store to my weekly chore list, to-do list. I think it'll be interesting to see what comes and goes each week, what's put out. I really wish I would have went there during the Christmas season. Whether or not they would have had vintage Christmas items, you don't know. You never know. But it's nice to know that they do put stock out continuously. So you don't feel like if you're not right there at 9 a.m., you're going to miss out on everything. So I will definitely be back to that store. I hope you enjoyed this trip to Goodwill with me. It's been a while since I've found some really good things at Goodwill. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out some of my other videos. I do participate in garbage picking, though for me lately that has been awful. It has been so sad, so I cannot wait until I can give you all a really good trash picking curbside treasure video because those are so much fun to make. If you like history and paper and learning about things in the past, then be sure to check out my history behind the paper episodes. Those are probably some of my favorite to make, though they do take me a little bit of a long time because I so enjoy researching and sharing with you what I have found. But thank you all for watching. Any comments, suggestions, stuff you saw on the shelves or were like, oh no, you should have picked that up. That cassette tape was worth X amount of money. And then please let me know so that in the future I can always be aware and be more knowledgeable and pick up things to flip and make money and buy things that I love. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe so you're always notified of when I put out a new video. And hope you all have a great day and see you all next time.